Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Good morning. Happy Friday. My name is Charles Parisi, and I'm filling in for Drew Schlosberg on Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community, brought to you by Cloudcast Media and generously supported by Mission Fed Credit Union, where we're recording today's episode at Mission Fed Credit Union, gorgeous studios here in Scripps Ranch. Can't say enough good things about Mission Fed and all they do for the community for over 60 years. I'm really excited about the fun we're about to have on this episode, because I am joined by Stacey Roberts and Jose Cruz, the CEO of the San Diego Council on Literacy. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Charles.
I am so in love with this Reggie Rapasaurus gentleman, dinosaur, who we're going to learn all about, and this incredible event you're going to be doing. When's that event again?
It's taking place Saturday, March 11th, 9 a.m.
Exactly. And we're going to get into all those details, but I have to start. So first of all, how is it the two of you know each other and came together?
Well, it actually begins many, many years ago. Jose and I met, I came down from Los Angeles, and I had been tutoring up there, adult literacy, the Laubach method. I was tutoring a gang member up there, and I decided I wanted to change my direction and do something with kids. It was a good experience working with the gang member. There were certain goals that he wanted to achieve. I got to assist with some of those goals, and then I moved on. Came to San Diego, met Jose, and he was doing an event. And I had not created Reggie at that time, but I wanted to read out loud, so he invited me to an event. I read stories at, I think it was a Dr. Seuss fun run. Came to that.
That too, among other venues, yes.
I did many things, and there were thousands of people there, so I read those. But when I got here, I went to the Joan Kroc Homeless Center, and I wanted to read to kids. So I had an idea, what does a dinosaur look like with dreadlocks? And I called a friend and asked, and she says, I don't know. So I had her draw me one, and the good news is it looked kind of like Dino, from the Flintstones. It kind of looked like Dino from the Flintstones. But we had that dinosaur, and I hired a puppet maker to make it for me. And I went to the homeless center for 1 year reading stories. And what I found is that the kids connected immediately to Reggie, and that's what I called him. Reggie, we sang songs, we read stories, and the good news is that the kids would talk to Reggie and not talk to me.
Right. That's very cool. Put a timestamp on this. When did this take place at the Joan Kroc Center? Because I think you're talking about Father Joe's Villages.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, that was about 1989, 1990.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
So I missed you by 10 years because I was proud to serve on Father Joe's board for 13 years, starting in 1999. So I missed you.
Okay.
But I know exactly where you're talking about, and the probably 200 young people who are in the Joan Kroc Father Joe's Villages program on a nightly basis. They house about 800 families and adults, and a couple hundred are children, and a lot of people don't realize that. So thank you for doing that.
And the children that were there were ages literally from 7 to about 17. So when I got there to read stories, the first thing I did with Reggie is I asked the kids, raise their hand and tell me who has an imagination. Naturally, no hands went up because their lives are basically crushed. So I started reading stories, and about 4 months into it, I asked again, and I'd been reading stories about wonderful things in life, about all kinds of animals and things like that, and they were loving those stories, but they kept connecting with Reggie. I wrote this first song, Be My Friend. Can I sing a little bit of that for you?
Oh my gosh, you're ready to sing live on the show?
This is the coolest thing.
Let's do it.
I wrote this first little song, and this was basically the connecting piece for the kids and for me, and it would help me start Reggie. So this is called Be My Friend, and this is Reggie's mission to the world. If you want to be my friend, all you have to do is ask. My name is Reggie, I'm here at last. I'm a good reader. I'm here to let you know you can become a good reader, so let's go. Reading opens your eyes, so clap your hands. Make a wish. Reading opens your eyes, so clap your hands. Make a wish.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Drew does not know what he missed here this morning. I'm lucky for me that I'm filling in for Drew Schlosberg, and you are listening to Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community here at Mission Fed Studio and Scripps Ranch on Cloudcast Media. Wow, that was incredible. Let me ask you a question. So you're super passionate about literacy.
Yes.
And obviously, Jose, this is obviously the connection with you, Council on Literacy. And it's amazing, too, because Jose's been able to put together a collaboration with multiple credit unions to focus on financial literacy, which Jose, I know you refer to it as life skills and functionality. And here we are again talking about literacy. Why is literacy so important to you, Stacey?
Well, to me, because I was in high school. My story actually begins in high school. I was going to Morris High School, and our high school teacher, the senior year, Miss Mary Lou Banks, had a challenge for us on the first day of her class, English teacher. She said, I have a poem I want you guys to memorize and recite when you come back to class. It was a poem by Edgar A. Guest. What's interesting about the poem, we got the literature, and she wanted us to come back the next day and recite the poem in front of class. This poem taught us about respect, being honorable, and living a good life. I'll do a little bit of the poem for you. It's pretty amazing. I have to live with myself, and so I want to be fit for myself to know. I want to be able, as days go by, always to look myself straight in the eye.
Would Mary Lou Banks, would she be proud of what you're doing these days with Reggie?
She would be proud, and she'd be very surprised because I was kind of all over the place. I had 3 different learning skills, and I was not paying attention. Anyway, but she focused me in. Yes, she would be very proud.
And he recited that, by the way. He wasn't reading. Just want our listeners to know.
Yeah, let our listeners know that there was nothing in front of Stacey. That was from memory.
Or what you have to know is that when she told us to memorize the poem, I've always been afraid that she'd jump out of a bush and ask me to recite the poem. And I wanted it, as much as I know that I have to recite that for her. So all these years later, I still know some of the poem.
You mentioned to us at the beginning of the interview the immediate connection the young kids were feeling at Father George Village's Joan Kroc Center with Reggie. So let's flip the switch a little bit. What does Reggie do for you? How does Reggie change you?
Boy, Reggie has just filled my life with wonderful opportunities, with literacy. I was not very focused. My career was kind of going up and down. But the good news about Reggie is that I've focused on healing myself and healing the community. And so I wanted to do something that was basically putting together the different skill sets that I have. And so I did that. And what's nice is I'm able to get families involved and do silly songs, but there's a very clear educational component to what we do. Mm-hmm. I have 3 education master's degree teachers that work with me on building the right path to those different things that kids need to learn at specific time. 4 to 8 is our age group. And that age group for us is critical for them to be good readers.
Yeah, Jose, comment on that age group as it relates to the literacy challenges that we're dealing with, not just San Diego, but statewide and nationally, in that age range.
Well, and just starting with, what I call age minus 2 months, we're really big on prenatal care and moms reading to their children when they're still in the womb at 7 months. You have those critical learning years like ages 0 to 4. And then you have, as we go further along, the opportunities remain, but the clock is ticking in terms of when we teach reading. So if the young people aren't reading by age 8 or 9, by 3rd or 4th grade, the odds are 3 to 1 against them ever catching up with their more literate peers.
Yeah. So Stacey, based on that first song that I just heard, why 4? Why not 2? Why not 1? Those songs would have connection with even younger students.
Well, that's the truth. What's interesting is that the educators that I work with talked about that specific age group. And if you look at the programs that are on KPBS Kids, the area that they focus on is 4 to 8. And here's the why. Because what they tell me is that they get the folks that are younger. They get the folks that are younger just by doing the material, and they also get the other side. So that's kind of a middle ground.
And one of the nice things about radio and podcasting is we try to create the theater of the mind. So we may put a link to Reggie in the show notes, but describe Reggie to us, to our audience. Describe Reggie in all the detail you can.
Reggie is an amazing green dinosaur with dreadlocks, a wonderful smile, a great personality, and he wears red shoes. That's the signature thing that Reggie wears. And he is a dinosaur, and he's ageless, to say the least. Reggie comes from a place that I call Zarziville. It's a magical place that everybody goes to. Now, here's the thing. When I invented Reggie, my sense was that Reggie would travel through time and come and ask certain people to help him do something special and find out what their skills were, magical skills or regular skills. And Reggie travels through time and can be anywhere in the world in any time frame. Everybody that goes to sleep goes to Zarziville and sees Reggie.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
I just want to reinforce, of course, we can't see the red tennis shoes. These are the coolest red tennis shoes I've ever seen. And when you see Reggie, you understand what I'm talking about.
Well, listen, I'm going to give a little shout out here too, because you never know who might be listening from Nike or Puma or Adidas. We need to get one of those major sneaker brands to produce those red sneakers and use some of the funding for literacy. What do you think of that idea?
I like it. What do you think there, Stacey?
I like it. Reggie's ready to be more in tune with the TikTok revolution and the folks out there that are doing things. Reggie's ready to be launched big time.
Or maybe a different spin on this is perhaps we, as part of the continued curriculum and ideas you're going to be bringing to market with Reggie, maybe we let students design those sneakers and turn it into an entrepreneurship project.
I think it should be a contest. You think about a major contest where kids get to win something, and you award the folks for doing something. They have to write a paragraph and say whatever, and they get that in. And our jury consists of kids, 4 or 5 kids on the jury that vote on it, and it's a wonderful idea, Charles.
Well, I think that's something we should definitely pursue. We are listening to Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight in the Community. I am not Drew Schlosberg. I am Charles Parisi, filling in for Drew, who had to head off to another meeting. And but it's so wonderful being here with Stacey Roberts, the creator of Reggie Rapasaurus, and Jose Cruz, San Diego Council on Literacy. We're here at the Mission Fed studio, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk to both Stacey and Jose.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us. Welcome back to Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community. We're here at the Mission Fed studio. The supporter and sponsor of Spotlight in the Community. Incredible, incredible organization, investing in San Diego in so many ways, impactful ways, innovative ways for more than 60 years. And we are here with Stacey Roberts, the amazing inventor of Reggie Rapasaurus of Zarziville, and Jose Cruz, CEO, San Diego Council on Literacy. So we were, chatting about entrepreneurship and maybe student contests to design sneakers. But you have an event coming up for kids, I think, in about a week or so. So let's get a little background on what's happening with this upcoming event.
So we'll be at the Bowlegged BBQ location. I'm trying to think of the address, right off of 805 and Market Street. Mm-hmm. And that's Saturday, March 11th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
One of my favorite places.
Oh, me too. Me too. It was one of the great finds for me in 2022. Thank you, Charles.
Food's incredible. Music is incredible. The people are incredible.
Everything.
What a place.
Right. And so we're inviting children from the community to come in, enjoy songs by Stacey Roberts, Reggie Rapasaurus, free books for children. The San Diego Public Library they'll be present, and they'll be signing up children and parents if they want for library cards. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have refreshments for them, and just a good time. Everybody walks home with a book.
Refreshments. What kind of refreshments?
Well, like milk and juice. And
that's going to bring a lot of students out.
Donuts and all of that. Yeah. So
what were you going to say, Stacey?
One of the things I wanted to mention, Reggie will be there with bells on, and what we're bringing is stickers for the kids. We have stickers, Reggie stickers, and there's going to be a little contest. I have this little thing designed that we'll be doing. But we'll also be doing Reggie songs, and it's important that everybody knows that all of these songs are available on Apple iTunes. They're available to download, and the cool part is I'll be singing these songs, some of them live, and some of them will be recorded, but I'll be doing some interactive things and help the kids and families get to participate. It's important to know that the music that we do that we have some world-class musicians playing with us. B.B. King's drummer, Ike Turner's bass player.
Wow.
Manhattan Transfer's guitar player. And we even have on this thing, I'm not a blues singer. I was telling someone earlier today, we have a friend of ours that came down from Los Angeles, took the train down and sang Toothache Blues. Now, again, I'm not a blues singer. I'm pretty silly and inventive. We brought Mr. Ron Taylor down here to sing Toothache Blues. Ron Taylor, you may not know the name, but Ron Taylor's a famous theater actor in New York, and Ron Taylor was the voice for Bleeding Gums Murphy on The Simpsons.
Wow, that's incredible. Yep. What a collaboration and a group of talented individuals you've brought together. But when I hear you talking about iTunes and all these different songs, any chance you've got another song in you right now?
You know what? I do, actually. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Reggie's bubbling up. Wait a minute. Hang on. It's bubbling. There it is. I'm Reggie Rapasaurus. Here we go. I'm going to do a little thing here. And it's a song, if you want to make cow sounds and chicken sounds with me, please just jump right in there. I'm Reggie Rapasaurus, and I come to you with a book in one hand and my read-alive crew. Now, here's a story I've come to tell. I read books and I do it well. It all started long ago, about 65 million years or so. There were birds, fish, the earth, and sky. I had a question. I wondered why.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. That's unbelievable. So how many songs have you written?
Bill and I, Mr. Bill Harris and I wrote 17 whimsical children's songs, and because of Bill, all of these wonderful musicians came for the music, they came for Bill, and they came for the message, and they came for Reggie.
And is Bill here in San Diego?
Bill's my buddy. He lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but he's in my heart. I contact him constantly. He knows exactly what I'm doing. He's the source of all of this genius. He's my producing partner.
That's incredible.
My songwriting
partner. Incredible.
Yeah.
Jose, so when you have you heard all 17 songs?
I believe I have. Yes, and a lot of them live too.
Do you, when you're putting your head on the pillow at night and trying to head off to Zarziville, do you play the songs?
Well, not consciously, but I know that in my subconscious sleep state, I have been to that special place.
I tell you, Stacey, I have to tell you, I love this Zarziville. And I've been around you numerous times, and obviously we are chatting about the amazing things you can be doing with Reggie Rapasaurus, but I think I missed Zarziville.
Yeah, that's something that I hadn't mentioned. I'm very creative, and that I did a book with my other partner, my writing partner, Cameron Crooks. We wrote a children's book, and then the whole story about Zarzaville and how how Reggie comes into the life of 3 kids, and they discover this wonderful story with Reggie in this adventure.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. I love Zarzaville.
Thank you.
So, how does the community get involved and attend the event at the incredible Bowlegged BBQ on
Saturday, March 11th, 9 a.m., 4255 Market Street. This is at Bowlegged BBQ. And we want to thank our sponsors while we have the chance. So in addition to San Diego Council on Literacy, Stacey Roberts, Bowlegged BBQ, San Diego Public Library, and Cloudcast Media, we're planning a fun Literacy Day event. And just join us. Just join us for a good couple of hours for celebrating books and music and community.
Yeah, let's thank you for that. And obviously, we care deeply about education at Cloudcast. The earlier, the better, of course, in terms of enhancing literacy in all of its forms, whether it's science literacy, math literacy, traditional reading literacy, whatever the case may be. And so I just love everything that Jose, you do with the Council on Literacy, and Stacey. We're so excited to do everything we can to amplify the incredible voice of Reggie Rapasaurus, aka Stacey Roberts. So, are you working on new material?
I'm always working on new material. I just kind of go in and out. I'm always working on new projects. During the early stages of the pandemic, me and my other producing partner, we did a series of videos that we produced. We gave them as a gift to the city school system and also to DEEP and to the library. So the kids that were shut in during the pandemic, they had this whimsical video to look at, and we used our songs as the footprint. And it was just great fun. The kids had the videos, and they're on YouTube. You can find them on YouTube. It's a nice adventure, and all the songs, again, they're basically story songs. So
that's great. So let's talk a little bit about this thing we call podjucation here at Cloudcast Media. I've heard a rumor, and you can tell me now if this is true. Reggie Rapasaurus has a podcast now. This is what I'm hearing. The rumor, the world of digital media, and that's what I'm hearing. Reggie Rapasaurus has a podcast now.
Well, my thinking is it should come to fruition. I'm very excited about the opportunity to work with you, Charles. This is going to be fun.
So you mean it wasn't a top secret in the digital media industry?
Hang on a second. It's in my notes right here. Say this about the podcast. Yes, I am looking forward to working some more with you and Jose and bringing this to fruition. It's going to be great fun.
Give us a feel for, because you're so creative. Give us a feel for what you think Reggie might be doing on the Reggie Rapasaurus has a podcast now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't have anything in mind right this minute, but that's going to have to come later.
It just naturally pops into you, right?
It does. It naturally bubbles up, and certainly after a little glass of orange juice, so that kind of works well for me.
Pulp or no pulp?
Oh, no, definitely pulp.
Okay, good. Jose, any preference?
Oranges.
So the refreshments at the event on March 11th at what time again?
9 a.m.
It's going to have pulp or pulp-free orange juice.
Oh, we better have both, I think.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah.
So you said milk as well?
Milk and chocolate, milk and donuts.
Can I nudge you for chocolate milk as well?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
Well, that would be great.
Assorted donuts or just...
assorted would be good.
Yeah, I think we better.
Yeah.
More variety.
Yeah, it's hard to disappoint kids with any kind of donut.
Yeah, you want to put that in there, definitely.
Let's talk languages at this event.
Well, the hope, I think, and what we talked about is there's a Vietnamese community in that area, Spanish and English in that area. I want to give a personal little shout out to Roxanne Kilborn of Head Start, who was gracious enough to assist with some assistance in helping let folks know about this wonderful event. So thanks to her for her contribution.
Yeah, I was listening to you chat with her before we got in the air, so I want to say, Roxanne, thank you so much. Head Start, the work you do in San Diego is incredible, and let's have her come on the show. let's invite her back for another episode of Spotlight in the Community. Love to hear some of the additional work that she's doing with Head Start, because it's an incredible program.
Well, good.
And that'd be wonderful. So, got this beautiful event coming up. You're working on a podcast. How can folks help Reggie Rapasaurus and Stacey Roberts continue to bring this amazing character to the students of San Diego and hopefully the world?
I think one of the things they can do is if they're interested in contacting Cloudcast Media and finding out what we're doing in the future, that's one way. Also, reaching out to the San Diego Council on Literacy, who's plugged into all of the resources here. We happen to be connected with them, so reach out to them. And lastly, I'm Stacey Roberts Entertains Kids. I have a website, StaceyRobertsEntertainsKids.com. You can go on our website and see the amazing work we've been doing for a number of years, and you'll see that incredible video that we did. Will Smith wasn't available, so I did the rap myself, and it's pretty cool. I'm Reggie Rapasaurus, and you see the great animation that we produced, again, for the city schools and the library, so check us out.
Jose, what in addition to any thoughts on what you're doing with Reggie Rapasaurus and other things you're working on at the Council on Literacy?
Well, it's another voice, another way to reach another audience that, as Stacey has described, is responsive to Reggie Rapasaurus, and so that's a true asset. I mean, every child is important to us, and this is a very effective and fun way to promote reading and to engage children. I mean, music is our common language, and so here's a place again where we can come together in comfort and being entertained and learning all of these things together.
Jose, thank you for that. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure being here with you today. How lucky am I to be filling in for Drew Schlosberg on the Drew Schlosberg Spotlight in the Community Show. My name is Charles Parisi. We've been here with Stacey Roberts and Reggie Rapasaurus and Jose Cruz, the CEO of the San Diego Council on Literacy. We've been here at Mission Fed Studio and Scripps Ranch, sponsor of the show and doing amazing things for San Diego for over 60 years. We hope you come back soon and listen to another episode of Spotlight in the Community.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.